Today's topic is for all you pastors and men's ministry leaders out there. If you're in the Pursue God Network and you want to start using the Pursue God tools in your men's ministry, we want to show you how to use these resources as the out-of-the-box solution for making what we call full circle disciples of men. Now, for those of you who are newer to the resources, let's make sure you understand what we mean by full circle. We're talking about helping people, helping men do these three things, which we believe are biblical. Number one, we start by trusting Jesus as followers of God. Number two, we live to honor God as Christians. And then finally, the real way to grow and mature in our faith is to help other people. In other words, to be disciple makers. Now, the resources at PursueGOD.org are designed to help everyone in your church, including your men, to go full circle. So we're going to show you here in this video how our tools will do just this in your men's ministry. And I want to just give you a quick tour of the men's page at PursueGOD.org. First, I want to show you how to get there, starting at the front page of Pursue God. If you go down to categories and scroll all the way down to people, you'll notice that we have a category just for men. Click on that. And when you do this, it's going to bring you to the men's page. This is sort of the default starting point for a Pursue God men's ministry in your church. Now, as you scroll down through that page, the first thing you'll see is just how to use PursueGOD.org. And I encourage you to take a moment to read through this if you've never done this before. It explains the process of a pursuit of God and then the part that every man plays to take ownership of their own personal pursuit of God. And you'll notice that we define the process by these 3 E's. First, and think about this with your men's ministry in mind, first, you engage your men by talking about life, faith, and anything in between using the topics on a category page. We're, of course, looking at the men's category page. Once you've spent some time doing that, you can move on to the second E for all of the men in your church, whether in a group setting or one-on-one, and you can establish them in the faith by bringing them through the Pursuit, which is our 12-week discipleship track available on all of these category pages. And finally, you can empower those men in your church, in your men's ministry, to actually go home and disciple their kids, their wives, people at work, or to continue to disciple other men through your church and the men's ministry. Now, let me just show you how this men's page is organized, and you'll see just how out of the box this really can be for your men's ministry. First of all, you've got your featured topics, and this is where you start engaging men in a pursuit of God. So you notice that you can click through these subcategories if you want to find content on manhood, content for husbands, content for fathers, or even if you want to find series just for men. A lot of men's groups like to go through series together. And the idea with each of these topics and series is when you click on one of those topics, it brings you to the core content on that particular topic. Usually there's a video or an audio that you can play. It's 5 to 10 minutes long. There are a few talking points that summarize the lesson. And finally, there are discussion questions. And the whole idea here is that this allows you in your men's group, whether one-on-one or in small groups or at a Saturday morning breakfast, to talk through the conversations that really matter to them. And again, you'll find so many topics in that featured topic section right there at the men's page at PursueGOD.org. So that top section is really for engaging men in conversations, again, whether in a group or one-on-one. And then as you scroll down the page, you'll see that you have the Pursuit. This is that 12-week discipleship track that will establish men in your church in a full circle faith. You'll talk about trusting Jesus, honoring God, and then, of course, helping others by becoming a disciple maker. So the whole idea with this men's page is by the time you're done with it, you've helped the men in your group, in your men's ministry, to go full circle in their faith and really step it up in their pursuit of God. So that was the tour of the men's page at PursueGOD.org. Now, here's how you can get started. I would encourage you to start by bringing a men's leadership team through the Pursuit on that page, and then that team will be your first wave of mentors for your new and improved men's ministry. And whether your ministry model is based on large groups or small groups or men's breakfasts or whatever, this Pursue God tool can help you to grow men who go full circle.